Welcome to the Trout Predator Online tip of the month. This month I'm going to show you how to make a cider for euro or Czech nymphing methods, and specifically we're making a backing cider with spliced loops which will end up looking like this, very clean, and they'll actually slide through the guides of your rod if that's necessary. They'll slide through very easily and also enable you to make a very good knot in your leader system. So to construct this type of cider, you'll need 30-pound backing. You can use either orange or yellow, whichever you prefer. You can even use a mix of the two. You need some super glue, a black permanent marker if you intend to make a barred cider, and then you need some needles, sewing needles, and you may have to experiment a little bit to find the right kind of needle that actually works for this application. The other option is to use a so-called backing splicing needle, which I have here. These come in sizes large and small. They're sort of hard to find, and I've had just as much success using the plain old needle, so that's what I'll show you here. So we'll take a length of backing, in this case the orange color, and we'll just thread that through the needle like this. And the goal is you need to, once you have it set up like this, you need to work the point of the needle into the backing for some length. And once you do that, you'll end up with something like this, where we've actually worked the point in. I think you could see that. The point has been worked into the backing, and this will enable us to construct our loop. So at this point we need to slide the backing off of the needle and just sort of bunch that up over the backing that's exposed. Looks like this. Pull that through, and your goal is to pull the loose end through. You can get rid of the needle, and you're actually left with something like this. You can then smooth out the loop, smooth it out, and if you hold on to the section that's inserted inside itself, you can actually pull the tag end to make the loop somewhat smaller. And the final size of the loop should be about maybe a quarter, a little bit less than a quarter. You'll then want to take your scissor, cut the tag end off, again smooth out this loop, and then just take a drop of super glue. In this case we're using Zap-A-Gap because we know that's a waterproof super glue, and you just put one drop right on the intersection of the two and let that dry. That's really just an insurance policy against something coming apart. Now once you do both ends of this system, typically you'll make them about, I'd say, anywhere from 6 to 12 inches long. Many people like to put bars in the cider. The bars actually enable sort of a visual indication of a strike. The best way to put bars in a cider and make it uniformly is to wrap the cider around a dowel or pencil. In this case I'm just using a 1/8 inch dowel, so we'll wrap that on, and we'll just do that much. Kind of bunch the wraps together so you're left like this. Then take your permanent marker and just run it over one portion, maybe a third of the circumference of that circle, and rub it on there good so that the ink actually settles down into the backing. Then when you peel this off of the stick, you're left with a barred cider with very uniform bars, and this provides a very good means of visual strike detection when you're euro Czech nymphing. So I hope this is helpful, and good luck on the stream with this new backing cider.